you're doing is you're stepping, covering his hand, and then lopping out there. So your lop is out here, right? So you've done the 3 strikes. He punches. You do this to cover the line, and then you pull him to the side. So you want to pull his hand out here to put his weight on this rear leg. So you've done the vertical strikes. Then you go up and down. Now this arm isn't moving. If I had the flexible arm, I would move it to my left. 2, 3, step across, and then lop out here. So it's a lop on your central line. When you've done the last vertical palm strike, your left foot is forward, right? So you're gonna step across with your left foot, chun, and when you do the lop, you bring your right foot behind your left foot in a T-step, T-stance, 2. So it's two hand movements and 2 foot movements. So 1 hand movement, 1 foot movement, 1 hand movement, 1 foot movement. So my left foot's forward. I step in a straight line this way with my left foot, 1, and then I bring my right foot around, 2, and this is covering my face, okay? So you got the here, 1, 2, 3, step across, and then step across. When you do a lop, you don't want to lop down, because if I'm exerting force with this arm, it's going to come slip through, see? It's going to slip through. You look on this side, it's going to slip through. So you want your palm facing the limb. So if someone's exerting force, you stop them. You stop them. If I do this, it slides right through, see? Yeah. So you want to have your lop. So whenever you do a lop, your palm faces the limb, not down like that. Always facing the limb when you do a lop cell, see? My lops always like that. So if some force comes, I can stop it. Whereas if I do this, it slides right in. So when you do this vertical palm strike, remember, you want to keep the first joint of your thumb parallel to your nose, because you're hitting to your face. Of course, if the person was taller, you'd hit up here, or if he was shorter, you'd hit there. But you use your face and your body as a point of reference when you're doing the forms. So here. So when I step, I cover first. I bisect my body into 2 equal parts. Then I lop. The reason you don't just lop is because the person, his punch could be a fake and then something comes out. So say if I just go for the lop and he fakes, bam, I'm gonna get hit. Cover. His arm's still there. I can feel it. I got control. Now I lop. But I do this, he pulls his arm back, then I would change to something else. So don't just go for the lop. This is just in case. You want to always cover points of reference, right? Points of attack, lines of attack. So I want to cover the line of attack. Now, if his arm is pulled away, he's going to hit my arm. That's cool. But if I just commit, that's called chasing hands. I'm going to get hit. If he's throwing a committed punch, then I can grab it. If his punch isn't committed, he draws back. I can change and do something else. Okay, so that's the purpose of doing this chun sao or hai bong sao, to cover the line of attack. If I do this and just go to the side, I may miss. Now, I can do this if I step back, because if I step back and I don't catch it, he's gonna go past me. But what if I can't move back? I'm against a wall. I definitely don't want to do this arc. I want to do this first. Cover his arm, take it over my head, right? And then lock. So bong sao, chun sao. Take his arm over your head. Notice I'm not doing this because I'm going to get hit here. I'm not doing that. I'm bisecting my body into 2 equal parts. Here and then lock. Okay? So bong, drop your elbow, cover, and lock. I'm only going to use 1 hand. And those are going to be in your center. Your wrist bone should be 2 chun, 2 I guess it's like centimeters probably in Chinese acupuncture. 2 chun, that measurement, 2 chun past my center line. Your wrist shouldn't be in the center. The wrist bone should be 2 chun past. So I bong sao, drop. I'm only going to use 1 hand. And here, and it's in my center, see? But I'm facing this way because I haven't hit you. Okay, so bong, cover, and then lock. Now the form has you bring the hand back. Of course, you'd be hitting for real. Okay, Now, if I had room to step back, then maybe I could do the arc, where I could do just do that arc thing where we do bong. This is how most of us learned it, right? Bong and do that arc. Same thing can happen though. He can fake a punch, and I think I got it. I pull, now I'm open. So bong, cover. If you're against the wall and can't step back, you take his arm, he's punching, he's doing a round punch here. You take it, bring it over your head, and then lop him down. So his arm is gonna go like that, okay? So if he's punching at me, he's punching here, or even deeper back here to hit me. So I do this, he's punching here, and I'm gonna try to pull his arm across. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna catch his arm here, take it up over my head, and then pull and hit him. Or I can step back. Now, if that arc, if I'm stepping back, I can do that. I can step back and do that. But if I have nowhere to go and he's punching really hard here, I'm not going to be able to take his arm across. I'm going to pull it into my face. That's why you want to do that, lift his arm up. If I had the flexible arms in here, I could show you. I think I did a video with that, where say this is one arm, say these two are one arm. I catch his arm here, raise it up, and then pull it there. That's what I'm doing with it, okay? Okay, so it's easier for a human when they move one direction for the arm to go along with it. So a lot of people do this and they swipe across space laterally. My body's gonna move to my left, but my arm only does this. It goes straight up. So when I go straight up. So I cover the line and then I lop. I don't do this, swipe across, because I can miss. Like the person could fake with this hand and then throw that one. And if I swipe across, bam. So as I step to the left, go up and then lop. Remember that, okay? That's really important. To isolate your body movement from your arm movement.